it's Bianca. Oh, hello. We are live.
Good evening, y'all.
Good evening unto you guys. Peace, blessings, and welcome to everyone. We have made it to Back to Me Mondays yet again. Yet some more steps back to me. This kind of harkens me back to my struggle to be me series in the beginning of this channel. Oh boy, I made a lot of some of that. There are some people that I hope don't ever see any of them videos. Okay,
Why?
I never was talking scathingly, but some people are not too okay with other people's truth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, because some people would have different viewpoints and ways to see it. But I am grateful that I said everything that I needed to say so I can get to being myself more,
Hmm.
as if there was a even more level of myself, I guess. Anywho, hey y'all. It is Monday. I thank God I don't need to decompress anymore. Let me tell you something.
Tell us.
It really has been a freeing time for me. Freeing time. It's nice. I enjoy the shift. It's just nice to not have feel that pressure, and also walking in the presence of God, knowing that He has us.
Hmm.
He has the answers. He also has the plan and the setup for the next stage, and that's what I've been leaning on. Still doing my work. Oh, Jonathan, you be proud of me. I don't know if you remember the accountability talk we had. Was it last Monday?
I believe so. I think so.
Yeah, we had the accountability talk, and I am very proud of myself. Monday morning, I made sure to check the things I need to check, get on top of the things I need to get on top of. Um, I feeling really solid today, so I feel good. Oh, you got your hair done, Bianca.
Yes, ma'am. Got it done last Wednesday when I got off of work.
Look at God, it looks so
It
mauve.
looks it looks gorgeous, Bianca.
Thank
Of
you.
course, any hairstyle on you would look gorgeous because of that mug, honey. But hey, it looks gorgeous nonetheless.
And
Thank
it's
you.
lovely to hear your voice again. You have been released mostly from the shackles of illness.
Hmm. It was terrible. Sound
Yeah.
like somebody great granddad.
Was it that thing that people were saying that was going around, that throat illness that nobody had a name for?
I had sinus infection.
Oh, okay, bronchitis and the sinus infection. Okay,
Okay.
all right. Um, Bianca, can you say something again?
Hey, everybody. I got a delay.
Yeah, you might want to go in and come back
A
out.
little bit.
Go out and come back in real quick.
Oh,
So hopefully things will
okay.
align.
Come together, honey. We
Can I
gotta
speak?
come together. Ain't that's what the anointed's supposed to do? Bring us together. Am I right?
Oh,
Because I don't know what he playing. Okay.
you you know what? That situation, Jonathan, it was very rude and stuff like that. Because whose fault is it that you came here without, thinking I'm going to get something right with no kind of practice or nothing, ma'am?
Right. When you don't bring your own accompaniment, okay, you cannot expect for the performance to be A1 number one. Okay.
But she was funny though.
She was hilarious when she pointed that mic to the crowd. Am I right? Trying to get everybody on her side, and I don't remember any type of reaction.
No, because you coming up in this house
A
trying to
visitor,
shade my people.
right? That it don't
Foolish.
work like that, girl.
It surely don't. Anywho, man. Let me get to the hellos. Hey, Dustin.
Hey, Justin. Because I don't know what he playing.
And if he had a microphone to his mouth, I'm pretty sure he would say, "And I don't know what you're singing."
Exactly. I was about to say the same exact thing, and I don't know what you're saying. So we both ish out of luck, girl.
Okay, we both confusion.
Okay.
That is so crazy. And then what messes me up, some of those people be singing songs that are like personal, like songs that they just created in their backseat or whatever, and think somebody's just going to create a whole track during a performance.
There are a lot of pianists out here who can just follow the soloist. There are a lot of them out there, but you cannot have that expectation for every single pianist that is supposed to accompany you. I'm sorry. There are levels to this piano playing stuff. Okay.
Well, not everybody's going to know the song that you wrote that morning called "Jesus," sitting in the back seat with me. You know, when you come to somebody's church.
Right.
Anywho, I'm sorry, y'all. uh, Bianca, that's her right here. Ha! She says, "Happy Monday, family. Welcome in. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe to the channel as you enter the room. Now let's relax, unwind, and get ready for a good time, y'all. And I appreciate that. What a good time it's going to be. Yeah. Bianca says hello to Dustin. Oh, and movie Justin says hello to Dustin and Bianca. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Auntie Robin.
Good evening, Auntie Robin.
She says, "Back to me is exactly where I am." It feels so nice to know that a lot of us are on the kind of like on the same journey, getting
Absolutely.
to us. And I feel like God is moving other things out of the way so that we can be who He created us to be. Because
Yeah.
this world is something else.
Auntie Robin told us during my 90-day fiance review that she's using her new device now. So I'm so happy for you, Auntie Robin. I
You got
love
it?
me a brand new fresh device, honey. Fresh out the pack, fresh out the plastic.
Brand new. Moves with Justice says, "Hi to Miss Robin." Auntie Robin says, "Not sure why I can't enter the chat on my laptop." That's weird. We need to do we need to call YouTube about this? She made sure to say good evening to everyone. And she says, "Okay, I figured it out. Translation, push a couple of the keys."
Yeah, just put some random keys and see what happens.
That's how you get there. Miss Kim. Hello, Miss Kim. God bless you.
Good evening, Miss Kim. Lovely to see you.
She says, "Hey, J and B." And she also says, "Hey to Justin and Auntie Robin, as well as Dustin." Auntie Robin says, "I was just staring at Bianca's hair too. Happy belated birthday, Bianca." I'll make sure to say that again when she gets back up here. Miss Kim says, "I had a cold and a sinus infection, which caused my asthma to flare all the way up."
Oh no.
And then she had snow. Jesus.
Right.
Too much at the same time. Justin says, "Hi to Miss Kim." And Auntie Robin says, "A new device, courtesy of my cousin, who also set me up before I moved in."
Awesome.
That's wonderful. That really is wonderful.
It is.
That's how we come together. So, Jonathan, I'm going to tell you about something that really grinds my gears
Oh,
that I'm
okay.
hearing a lot of lately. Not a lot of, but there's this big story and a lot of people putting their 2 cents in on it, and it's really got me wondering. But the story on TikTok was that this woman, after 14 years of being with this man and having 4 kids by him, she decided that on Thanksgiving Day was going to be her time to propose to him.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Tell us why.
Well, it first bothers me because you were with him for 14 years and it never occurred to him to, move forward with the relationship. And it's apparent that you never made it a requirement. Eh, and after 4 children, I'm low key about to say, like, what's the point?
Right.
What's the point? Y'all living the life. What's the point? But she did indeed propose to this man, and he said yes. But to me, yeah, of course he's gonna say yes. He's been with you for 14 freaking years.
And they're probably living together. And just imagine what would have happened if he said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then think about this. How many years are they gonna be engaged?
So, what is your solid opinion on women proposing to men?
No.
And then I'll give mine.
Did I say it too fast? No.
And I heard what you said. Yeah.
My solid opinion is beyond the no is that if you're dealing with a man, or to be honest, any masculine energy, that's what I'm familiar with, and that's what I'll speak going based upon. Dealing with a man, you will, if that man wants to be with you and marry you, they will make you theirs.
Hmm.
If they're not sure on it, if they are perplexed by it, if that never crossed their mind, they're not going to think to propose to you,
Right.
which is why it is one thing that I did, not saying it's going to work for everybody, but when I started to feel myself falling, I started to make my intentions known. Like, I do want to get married one day.
Hmm.
So
Just a
that's
little hint for you, sir.
yeah,
Todd.
I don't do the whole, divorce thing. That's not something that I do. I just want to make sure that when I go into marriage, it means something. And talking about things like my mother says, love isn't enough. The friendship, the everything else going into the relationship, that's what makes it worth, marrying or being with somebody. Um, and also like the way they treat you and all of those things. Um, Either the man is very forgetful and lazy, or he just doesn't want to marry you, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it's it's a high level of desperation to see a woman do that. I always harken back to the story of Chrissy and Jim Jones. They were together for 15,000 years, and she proposed to him publicly, and not only on TV, but in public at a club, a party, or whatever. And she presented that man with the ring. Okay, some years later, he presented her with the ring. Want to know how long they've been married, Jonathan?
0.
0 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a game. The man never wanted to be married,
Right.
and it's like women. I'm not saying that we're easy in that sense, but unfortunately, maybe it's fortunate, I don't know, but we're programmed to want to be married or to have that kind of relationship. Not saying that men aren't programmed that way because they see some of the same things that we see, but for a female, y'all know it's different. So we're kind of programmed to do that. That's why there's a lot of women out there that married just because they have an opportunity to get married.
Yeah. I myself, I don't like to, hearken, if that's a word, on gender norms, because, your relationship is whatever you make it. If you want to take out the trash, go and take out the trash. If you want to do the finances, you do the finances. It doesn't, y'all make that decision together. But for me, whenever I see a woman, and not that I've seen it a lot, but whenever I do see a woman proposing to a man, I always feel second-hand embarrassment. And the
Mm.
first thought that always comes to my mind is, he must not have wanted it. Because when women propose, they wait a long time before they propose. Like, they probably have felt like they've been waiting for too long for their man to get on one knee. Now, me
So I'm just gonna go ahead
personally,
and do it.
Me personally, my desire is to be proposed to. I personally don't see myself getting down on one knee and proposing to a man. That's just always been my mindset concerning that. But that has to be a conversation. Like, you have to make your intentions known, like Jennifer said. And if you don't make those intentions known and you just assume that your partner knows what your desire is concerning engagement and it concerning marriage, you're going to get let down maybe not every single time, but there's a really, really good chance that you're going to get let down. So just have the conversation. And I think that a lot of times some women or men, if you're in a same-sex relationship, may feel like having that conversation might scare your man off. Well, if you think that will scare your man off, then maybe you might not be with the right man. Maybe
And
that's
there we have
not the
it.
man for you. And
Merry Christmas.
once again, your intentions are everything when it comes to a relationship. And if you're not, I'll talk about this all the time on my 90 Day Fiance reviews. Like, if your intentions are not known and set at least within the first couple of dates, like, if you know that you want to make this thing last, like, you got to make that known and say it out loud, and not just assume that your partner is on the same page as you. Get that confirmation from your partner that you are in fact on the same page, because in the event that you're not on the same page, if you've had that conversation, maybe you can work something out. Maybe you can, agree to disagree, possibly. Maybe you can, make something work out of it. Or maybe you just need to leave the relationship and move on to the next one. But if you don't have that conversation, a lot of times you end up heartbroken. So, I always get secondhand embarrassment when I see a woman proposing to a man, because to me, proposal is one of the ultimate forms of vulnerability for a man to do. Women are automatically going to be assumed to be vulnerable a lot of times. A lot of times women are a lot more in tune with their emotions. Not to say that men can never be in tune with their emotions, but women,
The feminine energy.
essentially are known to be more in tune with their emotions. But it's a telltale sign. The example that you gave, Chrissy and Jim Jones, there's no doubt in my mind that Jim Jones loves Chrissy. I'm sure that is his ride or die. I'm sure that is his girl. I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship or the minutia of their relationship, but I don't doubt that he loves her, but maybe he just didn't want to be married and had no desire to get married. And if that's his truth, as Chrissy, you got to make your decision whether you're going to stay with that man. And apparently she decided to stay with him. And that's her deal. Maybe she's accepted the fact that they're never going to get married and understands that, that marriage thing just may never happen for them. And you got to make that decision whether you're going to go with that or find someone who might be on the same page as you are as far as your views on marriage are concerned.
I agree. But also, I think it's good to say that the conversation doesn't need to be a heavy one. These are conversations that you have, especially like when you're first getting together. We need to be talking about our goals. We need to be talking about what we want, because I'm not saying that every relationship that doesn't line up together is a waste of time, but depending on where you are in your life, you better have that conversation.
If you don't want to have your feelings hurt, you better.
Once again, it doesn't have to be heavy, but it's like, so like, do you see yourself married one day? You know what I'm saying? Just as simple as that.
I will say, if there's a difference of opinion, the conversation could get heavy.
But opinion.
Well, a difference of opinion or desire, rather. If there's no desire for someone to get married and the person who does want to get married wants to fight for that relationship, like, that woman might be like, well, why don't you want to get married? And don't you think I'm marriage material? Don't you think I'm wifey material? Don't you want to meet you at the altar in my white dress? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could get there, but and I think that's the reason why some women don't have that conversation, because they don't want to get let down. And they're just going to cross their fingers and hope for the best.
I think some people may have that conversation in an incorrect way, because maybe some people may say like, well, do you see yourself marrying me?
Yeah.
Rather than just getting married to someone one day, to that one. And I don't know. Maybe there's some other conversations that we could have surrounding that, but I'm not saying it's bad for a woman to propose, but I'm certainly saying I would never.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
I've just seen so many women just get out on a limb. Yeah, they engage, but she doesn't have a ring, and it's like we're not setting dates, we're not getting venues, we're not. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting it together.
like how
And you
often do those couples actually make it down the aisle, you know?
and that's all I got to say. That's all I
Yeah,
got to say.
yeah.
And I remember one time, there's this really viral video of this woman. She was proposing to her boyfriend. The boyfriend said no, and her
Mm,
whole family was with her. That's another problem that I have. I'm not saying that the man is supposed to, but it's the man that needs to have the buy-in. I'm saying, when it's with um when it's with a heterosexual couple, that's all I can speak of because that's my that's where I'm at.
that's your experience. Yeah, I
That's my
understand.
experience. With the heterosexual situation, it's like you need the masculine buy-in if this is going to happen, which is why, I believe it does say in the word of God that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, you know?
Hmm.
So when a man finds that compatible person that they want to be with for the rest of their life, they move. I've seen so many situations where the man breaks up with a woman and the woman finds the next man and is married fully within 6 months.
Hmm.
I know a man that has more than 3 people that have left him and gotten married.
Wow.
And now he asks, "Why does everybody always, they leave and get married on me?"
Does he want to get married though?
I don't think he knows the answer to that question, which is the reason why all of those good
Yep.
women that he got are not with him any longer.
That's it right there.
But it's like I think it's funny with some men, they push the notion, maybe they feel like it's soft to actually want to have a monogamous relationship. From what I'm hearing, they just keep on saying, they're just so concerned about finding that one. What if there's somebody else that's better? There's always somebody better. Well, it's like, well, shoot, what's the point of getting married then if you think that it's just always gonna be somebody better? What's the
Yeah.
point? What's the point? Um, Comments. I know I have comments. Um, Miss Kim says I would rather pick up grains of sand one by one than to ever propose to a man.
I heard that, Miss Cam.
I would rather be paint. I'd rather be painting my apartment with a Q-tip than propose to a man.
Okay.
I would rather drain the Atlantic Ocean with a thimble than propose to a man. I would rather crawl over rice and broken glass than propose to a man.
Wow. I hear you loud and clear, Miss Kim. I really do.
Because it's playing yourself. Just like that girl with that viral video where she had her whole family, she proposed to that man. You wasted your family's time. What kind of conversations had you had with that man to make him think that he ready to get married?
And does her proposal in front of her family sound like manipulation to you? Because it sounds like it to me.
Ooh, yeah. Because men do that too. Bring out their whole family, have all your friends, family, and loved ones around you. Because there's been plenty of women that says, "I just said yes because I didn't want to embarrass them."
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, child, that's disgusting. Bianca says, happy Monday to Justin, Robin, and Miss Kim. Um, Justice says 14 years is too much hesitation on his part for me. No, thank you.
Right.
Is 14 years is scary in my opinion. It's like, what do you want me? What is the end game here? Where are we going towards here? Would you rather just try to be common law? Because there's so many states it's done with common law. So
Right.
it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just go ahead and get married. And maybe that it could be a concern about the money or how they want to do it, but
Hmm.
the core of it is that there's not enough conversation around it.
Right.
Not enough. Um, oh, Bianca was able to say thank you to Auntie Robin for the birthday wish. The Bionic Hustler, Miss
Hey,
Tammy
Tammy. So
herself.
glad you're here, boo.
She says she got what she settled for and stayed in this relationship and had not one, but several children. Yep. She got what she settled for. She is allowing herself to be treated in this manner.
Hmm.
I agree with this wholeheartedly. This and I didn't realize how much this will flow into, who I feel like I'm becoming now and so many people around me. We're finding ourselves and standing up for ourselves and getting what we deserve.
Right.
And this woman is not doing for herself. Um, Bianca Cussler says she has to believe she's a good thing. If she doesn't believe it, she settles for less than she's worth.
Hmm.
She has to believe she is worthy.
That's it, Miss Tammy. That is it right there.
And this is why we keep on saying drink your Kool-Aid. Yeah,
You
we may
have
not
to.
want it's like, and I want to say don't go overboard, but we are a bunch of serving people. We have to really keep on drinking and drinking because we will start to lose ourselves in other people's problems. We'll start to, you know what I'm saying, think less of ourselves sometimes. So we got to keep on drinking our own Kool-Aid and boosting ourselves up, knowing that we're worthy of what we desire. She desires marriage, and she was with a man that does not necessarily want it.
Confidence is sexy to a lot of us. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, confidence is definitely sexy for sure. You the shit. I want you to act like you know it. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably have to do a better job at that myself. But like confidence is sexy. And for men who are looking for women to kind of control, they look for those women who seem to be like not as confident in themselves. And they look for those women who may
And don't
not
stick
hold their
around
head
too.
high when they're walking or maybe look defeated sometimes. It's like, you have to set yourself up for what you want to attract to you. And I want to attract a confident, fine man, honey,
Amen.
and tall.
Bianca, Bianca says, "I think it's out of order to propose to a man. I wouldn't ever do that either." Yeah, yeah, and I believe it's out of order. It's not. Really don't think it's about the masculine, feminine thing. I truly believe that man has to have the buy-in because
Yeah.
a woman can easily learn to love.
And the way that society has set it up, it's always the Cinderella moment. It's always the
Oh yeah,
fantasy or the dream for the woman to be proposed to by a man. Like it's just it's just how we are as human beings. And that tradition is going back to the beginning of time. So, it's really not a gender role type of thing. It's more of a, this is what we've been doing for thousands and thousands and
I'm not
thousands of
even
years.
sure if it's about tradition, Jonathan, because it's been
Mm.
proven that it don't work.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now, once again, there are women that have successful relationships that did propose to their husbands.
They're
Yes,
out there.
it very much so happens, but it's not for me.
But for those situations, do you question that man?
Every time,
Okay.
heavily. It's like I would have to have like a whole situation where we just sit here and talk. I've seen men say, I got married, even though he proposed, the man said, I got married because I was scared of her or because she made me. Is that why we want to get married?
No.
Is that the as the wife? Is that something that you want to hear? You could tell she was, and the woman was sitting right beside him, and she was like, "Yeah, that's the story." So
That irks my nerves to the nth
she
degree.
made me propose to
Oh,
her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
that's
a forced
disgusting.
marriage. And that's another thing too. It's like I'm going back to the man, but a man has to feel like he has some kind of say in all this. Shoot,
Right.
anybody. We need to be both be together on this. You're not
And he's
making
going
her
to be
do anything.
and he's going to be scared the entirety of that marriage because she's clearly running things. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for women to sort of kind of run the marriage or to make decisions, because I've seen relationships where the woman is the one in control, but there's still love between them and they have an understanding that the woman making this decisions might be the best decision for the family, because if the man were to make the decisions, they may not be where they are today. So, but you work that out when you're in a relationship. You work those kinks out and make those decisions early on. So there aren't troubles down the road.
Child. Ms. Kim says, I really want to get married, but I'm not so desperate that I would propose. I'm over 40. We need to have certain conversations and make sure we want the same things.
Hmm. That's it, Miss Kim.
That's
You
for
have
her.
to make sure that you want the same thing, because if y'all don't want the same thing, the relationship itself ain't gonna work out. Like, one conversation that I keep seeing on 90 Day Fiance is one partner who wants kids and another who doesn't want kids. Like,
That's a
that's
deal
a
breaker.
deal breaker. Exactly, Jennifer. That is a deal breaker, because that person who desires to have children will always desire to have children,
That's
and
a
that
deep desire.
desire will never go away. A person who does not want to have children will never have that desire, ever. Like, ever. Like,
Those are
I
things
don't.
we can't ignore.
Exactly. So, and if one person gives in, somebody gonna be miserable in that marriage or
For the rest
relationship
of the marriage.
for the
It's the
rest
same
of the
thing
marriage.
for that man that I was talking about that said that he was made to get married to his wife. You could tell he was miserable. You can see it. You can see it on him. And once again, and she would put that angry face on. Look, I'm pretty sure the same angry face that she used to make him propose. Um Miss Kim says they live in the man's mama's house. The woman who proposed after 14 years and 4 kids, instead of marriage, try getting their own place first. Yeah, they just need to go to a courthouse, get it done if that's what she wants, I guess. But you know what? If they lived in that man's mama house, it sounds like the reason why they possibly have not gotten married yet is because he's he's still mama's child.
That could be it.
I wonder how long they've been in mama's house.
Hmm.
Oof, child. Justice says, here to be lovely. It's already December already. I know, right? How's everybody's New Year's resolutions? Child, well,
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
do New Year's resolutions
I don't really
personally.
do resolutions myself, but I will say I look forward to the new year because I feel some great things are on the horizon. Bianca says, "Oh, I wish the link would work for me. Did you try it again? Yeah. We gotta get you a laptop, Senora, or maybe a good tablet. I don't know. Anyway, she says, I have a story like this that hit close to home. The husband felt like he was forced into marriage and ended up cheating with 3 women, 4 children in 10 years. Oh, Lord. Later.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But, and see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I believe that there are a lot of people on this earth that really don't want to let people down. So they bypass all of their own thought processes and the things that they want for themselves for somebody else that's trying to achieve something that they want for themselves, but requires you. This
Hmm.
is it's crazy. It's sad. It's a lot. Um, Justin says, I wouldn't wish these 2025 men are my worst enemy. If I have to teach you how to be a man, I don't want you. I believe that's like the biggest thing. Um, not a whole lot of grown man. Um, okay, let me stop. I'm sure it's out there, but the popular fodder out there are from immature um, men that know nothing about nothing. That's telling you about dating and marriage, but have never been in a relationship before. Because
Right.
every time I hear a lot of these men talk, Justin, the first thing that I say is, "So how long have you been in your relationship?"
Right.
Knowing that they won't be able to say much to that.
But you know why that's so popular is because their points of views are always controversial, and I don't think that represents the opinions or the thoughts of most men. I think those are more singular thoughts. Me personally, I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but but there are a lot of people who there are a lot of I think there are a lot of men who love to hear those types of opinions because they'll have those same opinions themselves. So
I don't think that's
it's a toss up.
I believe that they put those opinions out to find a friend to say, "Oh, yeah, oh, I see what you're saying." You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
I
Yes,
believe there are a lot of men that might have not been thinking like that at first, but decide like, he has a point here." And now you're just going to be another one that is going to be single for another 5 to 6 years because of these kinds of thought processes. If you
right.
keep on saying that there's no good women, there's no good men around here, how on earth are you going to attract one?
If that's your opinion, then why?
Yeah, you
Why?
must have already decided that you're going to remain single because there's nobody good out here, right?
Right. Yeah, and I can
Stop going
understand.
on dates. Um, stop wasting people's time. Okay,
Right.
and stay in the house, play your games, enjoy life.
Exactly. Yeah.
That bothers me. You see Joyce Tanner talk about you don't need to you shouldn't need to be have to be literate.
You shouldn't have to be literate.
You don't need to learn how to read.
As fine as I think Joel Santana is, I'm going to keep my comments to myself, but I think everyone knows how smart that sounds. It doesn't sound smart. But considering the people that are in power now, I'm not surprised that he says something like that because I would question the literacy of some of these people who are in positions of power at this point.
They're mentioning like contracts and deals and stuff. He said, "We have lawyers on that." Is like, well, you still wound up with a crummy deal. How is this helping you? He said they need to learn about entrepreneurship and business literacy. So so we skip the reading and learn how to have a business.
That don't make no sense.
It don't make a not one lick of sense. And I want to give God the glory that I don't have people in my lives that think that this is somehow an okay thing. I'm just so happy that a lot of the people that I follow looked at this like, what are we saying out loud?
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus in heaven. Miss Kim says, I decided to create new routines next year that will provide better results personally and professionally. Routines, not resolutions. Um, there's too much pressure behind New Year's resolutions. I agree. New routines sound really awesome. It sounds
It
really
does.
good. Um, one thing that I do want, I want to make sure that I get on a cruise this year, going into 2026. That's a goal of mine. I want to make sure I get on one. Because me and Tyrone had such a really great time on ours. So that's something I really want to make happen. Mama
That's
tell you about
awesome.
her most recent one?
Yes, she told me the other day.
Kind of felt sorry for her. I was like, what kind of cruise is it? Anywho.
Wait, are you talking about a cruise? No, I thought you were
Mhm.
talking about the trip next week.
Yo, the cruise I came back from.
Oh, what about it?
Um, she was basically talking about how it was okay. It wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, I heard when we went to Nothing But Wings, I heard Daddy telling Miss Carolyn at the window that, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. It was just,
Yeah.
I think I asked mommy, is it better than Virgin or on the same level as Virgin or on the same level as Carnival? She said it's somewhere in the middle. So yeah, I understood that. But we didn't have like a lengthy conversation about the cruise though.
Yeah, she said there were no cheesy shows. There wasn't like a whole lot of entertainment there. I was like, and then somebody on the boat said, don't judge this cruise line based upon what you're seeing here. I think it was Celebrity. She said,
Hmm.
don't judge it from, what you see here. Just go on a bigger boat. And that's like, but why would I have to go to a bigger boat for a show? There should be a show on here. I like a cheesy show. Anyway, Miss Kim says, letting these fools get a microphone and a podcast contract has been a downfall of our people. I do agree. I do
Absolutely.
agree because it's like a hive mindset or whatever, just allowing stupid to prevail. Um, and I know you don't see as much. I don't know if what kind of scrolling you be doing, Jonathan, but
Hmm.
there's a whole lot of stupidity out there. Whole lot of people that will, you would call it like a shocking, point of view or whatever. It's like, no, it's just stupid. You're just saying stuff to be saying stuff.
Is Mark Lamont Hill a permanent resident on Joe Budden's podcast now?
Yes.
That confuses the hell out of me. Like the absolute hell. I mean, maybe
To be
he's the
honest,
voice of
you should
reason on the
listen to it.
show.
You should listen to it.
Okay.
He's a wonderful addition. And you wanna
Okay.
know who else is on there now?
Who?
Don't Call Me White Girl, Miss Mona herself. I'm so happy.
Mm.
She replaced, well, I don't know if it's a replacement per se, but she's in the same seat she was sitting, as Melissa Ford.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Don't Call Me White Girl, she from Philly. And I just need to send you a video of her because Mona is freaking hilarious. She's a comedian, and I already listened to her podcast that she does by herself called "Don't Call Me White Girl."
Oh,
She's
oh, okay.
hilarious, okay? And she says things the way you want to hear it. And one thing I love about her, she can go toe to toe with those men up in there. She ain't got no
Okay.
problem going toe to toe with those men. If there was way too many tense moments that Melissa had, 'cause it feels like she couldn't say everything that she wanted to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But Mona, she says it all. So apparently I need to start sending you clips. Um, Mark Lamont Hill, him being on the Joe Budden podcast adds validity to his podcast
Okay.
because I'm not saying that everybody on his podcast is stupid, but there's not a whole lot of smarts going on over there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, sometimes it felt like Joe Budden was the only person that was at least trying to make sense sometimes.
Right.
And some of the things that other people were saying was just like,
Because to me,
okay.
Joe Budden isn't always saying dumb stuff. He just says dumb stuff on occasion, at least in my opinion. But those other people on his podcast tend to be the ones who are saying things that are off the wall. So it just confused me that Mark Lamont Hill, this man of prestige, at least in my opinion, I would think so. I mean, he used to be a commentator on CNN. He's done all these things, and but I guess it is a good thing that he's on that show to bring
Integrate some
more
intelligence.
intelligence. Yes, like we said, intelligence at the same time. Yes, intelligence to the show. So I guess that is a good thing then for them.
And also, I'll give you the most recent thing. His name is Ish. He said, "P.S. Know that I don't listen to whole shows. I get a whole lot of clips, and I listen to commentary about the clips." Does that make sense to you?
Now this is an old shit from Black Ink
No,
Crew. Is
I
it?
said,
Oh, okay.
I said Ish.
Okay.
ISH.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
his
man's
name.
name. Yes. I'm sure it's a shorten of some hyphen or something. I don't know, but that's what they call him on the show. I'm not as learned
I'm
as I
sure it's
should
for
be.
good reason.
Oh, stop, Jonathan. Anyway, um, so what he said, they were talking about the registry. Megan's Law.
Okay.
Are you following me?
I believe so. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. having to do with Megan's Law. Him basically saying that's like snitching, and how, everybody that has to be signed up on that registry, they didn't always do the most heinous things. Maybe they might have um used the restroom at a park. That can get you on that list. There are some things that are not as egregious that can get you on that list. Um,
Hmm.
and a lot of people came after him for that, because he was acting as the way he said it. He was saying that people are prioritizing some illegal stuff over others.
Okay. People do that all
Basically
the
saying,
time.
so somebody that's been a bank robber or attempted to um, make someone go to glory, okay,
Hmm.
versus someone that did things that they shouldn't do with children.
Right.
He says he believes that people are making more of a fuss over the one with the children's, and I'm like,
Why does that matter?
so it looks like the next episode after he said that, and everybody and their mama dug in on his behind. Um, and he's one of those people that just don't know and is not trying to find out. You know what I'm saying? Or understand.
Well, he's a
So
lost cause then.
the people on the show actually went onto the website to
Mm.
look at it and saw that there is a color code of offense. There's a
Okay.
level of offense as well.
Hmm.
So, yeah, they would know, and it says exactly what they did. Not saying, what the charge was. It actually gives content as to exactly what they did.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, he didn't know that.
Of course.
So he was concerned about people that's on that list for just doing things
That some might not consider to be on that level.
as bad.
Right.
Exactly.
I understand.
But that list is telling you exactly what happened.
But if you don't do those types of things, what do you have to worry about?
And that's another level that I'm sure he was not thinking about. It's like, you just don't want nobody to snitch on nobody for nothing. And then that
Right.
man has kids too. It's like, so you're okay with that, or like, how's that going? How does
Because a lot of times those things don't happen by mistake. Yeah, I know you heard it. Those things don't happen by mistakes. Those are intentional acts the majority of the time.
espe- especially, do you know how difficult it is to prove it? We all watch Law and Order SVU. If you
Okay.
don't have DNA, if you it's not easy to prove that and put that on somebody.
Right.
People can make allegation after allegation. We're in the age of science. So you can it can be proven.
Mhm.
Child. But I'll have to send you some clips of the podcast that I be seeing, and I really need to introduce you to Mona. I think you'll like Mona because you remember how I got you on Natalie Love.
Yes.
Mona doesn't do any reviews like that, or the watch
Reactions.
reactions,
Yeah.
but Mona talk like I want to like you want to hear it.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I might have to try to find some of the things that made her really popular. She's the
Oh,
one.
okay.
I think it's like when she was like, "You effing me all good," basically telling the whole story. You effing me all good or whatever, and you said, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why you acting that way?" Anyway, I'll find it for you so you
Okay.
can
Okay.
understand the greatness that is Mona, and I'm so freaking happy for her. I know she's getting a very cute coin from doing that.
Mhm.
She's doing, she's touring all over the place. She's taking care of her children. They just got another house, her
That's
and her
awesome.
family and everything like that. I'm so happy for her. But she's out here doing it just for being herself. And what more can you ask? Um, Justice says, I don't care about the penalties of any law. I don't plan to break.
Exactly.
And these are the moments when I say, so how long you been looking at them children?
Right.
That's what it made me want to ask, like, so are you concerned about being on there? Or like, were you almost on there? Or are you on there now? It's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? People like Nicki Minaj's current husband, he should be upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he don't want people to know what's going on. And she definitely don't want people to know what's going on. But it doesn't matter where you go. You have to check in, baby.
Right.
Yeah. And they were on that thing looking at the list. And they were mentioning like, oh, there's none of them around here. Yeah, because it's within 100 feet of a park or 100 feet of a school. But I never really paid too much attention to that podcast until after Mark came. When Mark came, there's a level of, okay, somebody with sense is able to talk up in here.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid of them. Thank God.
Right. He's definitely not afraid of them for sure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. He ain't no scary N-word at all.
And then a feminine voice in there, thank God, that's, saying what a woman would say, though she can really roll with the niggas, she can ride with them, she can be in that space, but she can really speak the other side. She speaks her opinion, and once again, she's not scared of them people.
Shawty wanna ride with me?
Because her first episode, one dude, I think one of them dudes kept on trying to fix her mic to, bring it closer to her mouth and stuff like that. She gathered him like, what are you doing? It's like first, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But the second time, it's like, okay, you're pushing it. I'm starting to feel real uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Where's HR?
Right. Yeah.
I know what you mean, putting that mic closer to my mouth.
Okay.
Like, don't
I
do
know
that.
what you're trying to say now.
So yeah,
You won't get me, honey.
yeah. Tonight, I'm gonna try my best to make you fall in love with Mona Love. She's great.
Okay.
But she's freaking. I don't listen to podcasts like that anymore, but she's a podcast that I wouldn't pass up.
Gotcha.
Especially depending on what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And she says the things, and it's like I'm not really like a hood girl per se because I grew up in the suburbs, so I don't know those things.
But I love me some hood shit though.
And she's a voice for it, and I love it all. I love it all. Once again, I really am happy for her come ups. And they were saying she was supposed to be over there at the Joe Budden show a long time ago.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
you know what? I'm happy it happened when she did, and I'm even happier that it happened after Melissa left.
Gotcha.
To show how much she was needed. She was the woman that was needed. Not saying Melissa's bad, but she never stuck up for the women like I needed her to stick up for the women. And I believe it's because not a whole lot of women stuck up for her. I think that's like, some deep-seated stuff. And I believe she was a little concerned / scared of the men there outside of Joe Budden and Mark. That was crazy. And also, her and Mark Lamont Hill actually dated at one point in life.
Wow.
She was scared to talk about that. Like, girl, like,
it's your truth. Share it with the people.
Why are we here, man? Yeah. And you would hope with the kind of level of access that she had to the industry back then, it's like you would think she'd have some stories, some more layers to give to things. But I think the worst part was her arguing back and forth her points with some of those not as smart people. And she'd get emotional with that. It's like, girl, why would you get emotional with stupid? You know what I'm saying?
Emotional with stupid and ignorance is a lost cause every time.
It's a waste of your emotions. It's a waste of your emotions. If they feel, okay, well, we just gonna agree to disagree and then let him look stupid, later after everybody sees it.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm happy about that. Anywho, Um, there's pretty much nothing else really going on. I'm feeling good though. I felt good coming into December. It's the first. My Thanksgiving was wonderful. Made everything that I said I was going to make. And we are actually looking into more cooking at the house because we cooked so good for Thanksgiving. We both want some more black eyed peas and green and and collard greens.
Cool.
Um, and this time I think we're going to do a pork roast in a
Okay.
crock pot, something nice and simple. And I think I might do a maybe I might do it with the carrots and stuff because the carrots come out so good with that.
It does.
I think that'll be really great. I'm excited. I'm excited to do a little bit more cooking. I'm gonna get me some waffle mix. Get dust off our waffle maker
Right.
and get that out.
I haven't seen Mama use the waffle maker in so long. She used to make waffles almost every morning, but I haven't seen her using it in a while. I don't even know where it is, to be honest. Used to be
It be
underneath the
taking
island.
sometimes it take a lot to pull it out and all that stuff.
And you got
But
to make the batter, and
that's the
it's the
biggest thing,
whole
making that batter. It's a
it's a whole
mess.
process.
But one thing I always loved that she made it with meringue, um, to make the batter really light, fluffy. Whew, some good waffles. So these are the things that I've been thinking about. Um, I just want to make sure y'all know I'm feeling good. I'm not in fear. Um, we're not in fear. We're certainly growing, and I
Right.
give God the glory for that. And His plans are coming into fruition. I feel like we've lived so much of our lives trying to wing it ourselves. And now that we are actually asking God to lead, guide us, and take us to where we need to be, I just see joy on the horizon for us. I
Hmm.
see that God's placement was not where we were. So we're about to be placed where God wanted us because we're asking him. We're asking him right now to
Hmm.
take us to where he wants us to be and may his will be done. Thank you, Jesus.
Absolutely.
In and for our lives. And I dare you guys to stay tuned and see so we can give y'all the full testimony. I just feel the testimony coming. I
I do
see
too.
testimonies on its way, not only for me and Tyrone, but for Jonathan, more from Bianca, Miss Kim, Auntie Robin, Miss Tammy, Justin, and Dustin, and Lady Virgo. Just everybody. I know
And
there's going to,
Mimir.
and Mamir, yes, there's going to be more and more great testimonies of God doing his thing. And it'll be like we never had to be concerned about anything that went on in the DC area. But the foolishness is foolishing.
Oh Lord.
It certainly is. It's foolishing out there. But hey, we might get $2,000 out of it.
Okay. I
It
heard
wouldn't
about
make me
that.
vote for any of them, but I'll take it. I ain't
I ain't gonna turn down 2 G's, honey.
I,
Never
I ain't
that.
gonna send it back.
Okay. This
Child.
is in my account. What I'm gonna do? Not spend it? Shit.
That's what I want to know. Ooh, you about to have me cussing. Good God. Anyway, Miss Kim says, I have a mini waffle maker. I might make some waffles tomorrow.
Do your thing, Miss Kim.
We can't beat them. Waffles are great. Justin says, Amen. I felt that. Great things. Oh, Miss Kim says, we're not getting $2,000. Trust me. And that's what I was thinking too. I was hearing that all the money was spent. I was hearing basically I've heard everything along the lines of we may get it, we may not get it, who knows.
The thing is, I haven't seen any major news corporation actually announce it. I've only seen it on blogs. So that tells me that, until I hear NBC, MSNBC, CNN, even Fox News might be the best source to announce that thing, child.
Okay, to be honest with you, I wouldn't trust it until I see it in my account
In your account, right? Yeah, I
or
agree.
in check form, and we would
Right.
have to hurry up and put it directly into the account so that we won't be once again playing ourselves.
No backsies.
No,
Has my name on it. It's mine.
anywho, but yeah, I believe we're going to have a lot more great testimonies going into the new year, and whether you want to share it with us here in the space or via email, just let us know because I know that it will bless me. I thank God. Congratulations again, Auntie Robin, making your way to the apartment and also with your new device. To God be the glory. He keeps on blessing us. He keeps on blessing us. I need you to give a few thank yous up to the Lord if you have not already. I'm sure you have. Anywho, I'm gonna go now because I see we've been here for an hour. Lord knows, this is one of those days where I didn't play myself as if I wasn't going to figure out anything to talk about at all.
Yeah.
Anywho, may God bless each and every one of y'all. May you guys continue to grow and learn, because God is putting you guys into great opportunities to learn more about yourself and giving you more opportunities to stand in everything that you are. Stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, show that you are worthy. Yeah, whether they believe it or not, that's on them. But you know what I'm saying? That's on you. Auntie Robin says thank you. Alrighty. We love you guys dearly. I give God the glory for your growth. Bye.
Bye, y'all.